everyone, today's unboxing is for a book haul. A book haul from bookoutlet.com where you can get discounted books, new discounted books. I discovered bookoutlet.com several months ago and oh my goodness, am I in trouble with it. I do regular orders with them and they always catch me with their, hey, we're having a sale. And then, I'll think I'm not going to buy any more for months. And then I go online and I'm like, oh, that's a really good sale. And oh, look at this book here that's this price. And this is such a great price. And I need to get this. Next thing you know, I'm having these boxes. So I had posted unboxings originally when I was doing this. And then one month I decided, well, you guys are probably tired of seeing my book outlet unboxings. So I didn't do it one month. And then I had a few of you say, I would have liked to have seen it. So here it is. You can enjoy my obsession with this company and the books. Now, I did really good. I don't need this many books. I don't. But I'm addicted. I have an issue. I know. I can admit that. But I did really good. So I say this because I let you guys know that perhaps you'll have more control than I will. You can just enjoy a small amount of books at lower prices rather than a huge amount. But I have 2 boxes here. 2 boxes. This is the bigger one. You can't even see the whole box. That's how big it is. And then I have one that's a little bit smaller, like a shorter box. So this is a lot to go through. Why? Because this order, which is my December 2022 haul, was for 23 books. 23 books. And I paid different prices for them. Some of them I paid, I wouldn't say I didn't pay retail for anything because they're always like half off of retail prices. So you never pay retail for stuff, but sometimes I pay more for books than I typically would, like going to a used bookstore, right? But overall, I got such great discounts that when you averaged everything out, I only paid just under $4 for every book if I averaged it out. So that's actually really good for new books. Okay, so they're between the 2 boxes. Let's just dive in and see what we got. And I will tell you a little bit about my thought process and why I chose them on them if I can. I will not read the synopsis on the back of the books because that would take us forever. Wow. Well, I can just rip the box. Okay. Now, this is a huge box. So you won't get to see everything because I'm going to have to move the box in order to pull stuff out of it. But I just wanted you to kind of get an idea of, here's the box. Okay, so let me go ahead and pop this open and then move it. And I'll just start going through it and showing you what I got. Okay. So the first book that I got is A Death of an American Beauty from Mariah Fredericks, which is a series. This is a mass market paperback, and it is a mystery book. It's a historical mystery. And this is, let's see, Death of an American Beauty. This is like probably the third book in the series. Death of No Importance, Death of a New American. I think I have the other 2. I at least have one of them. So I'm one of those people who likes to read a series in order and all at once, like one right after the other. So I tried it because I have been bitten too many times by getting like cliffhangers in books or not remembering the series. Like I pick up the second book in the series and it's been over a year since I read the first one and I don't remember the characters. And I like, with a lot of series, you get a little bit of continuity that I like to experience. So this is me trying to get a series. Okay. And then I have Written on the Wind by Elizabeth Camden. This is book 2 in the Blackstone Legacy series, and I have the first book in the series, and I think she just released the third one. So I love Elizabeth Camden. She is a Bethany House author. Bethany House does Christian books. They do fiction and nonfiction. This is a historical romance, basically, and it is Christian fiction. Elizabeth Camden is one of my favorite historical authors, so I actually, it takes me a little bit longer to get around to hers and getting through this because she writes the series. I like to read them all. So I've read half of her catalog, but I still got, I think the previous series I haven't gotten to. I think I just managed to get all of the books in that series, so now I can start it. Well, this is her newer series. So, all right. So then I have, oh look, A Death of No Importance by Mariah Fredericks. So this is in that series. So I probably have the first book in the series, and these are the next two. Again, historical mystery. Now, those two are not Christian fiction. Just pointing that out to you because if you followed me for a while, you know that I tend to read a lot of Christian fiction. Basically, I love my Christian fiction. I love the inspirational the threads throughout the stories. I'm a big fan of those. But I also will absolutely read something that's not Christian. I just want it to be clean, right? Okay. So you'll find most of these are probably, the trade paperbacks are going to be Christian fiction, probably, mostly. Okay, so then I have Life Flight. This is Extreme Measures, Book 1, and this is by Lynette Eason. Lynette Eason is a romantic suspense writer. This is from Revell. So this is Christian romantic suspense. Love Lynette Eason. I have read most of her books. Fabulous suspense writer. And sticking around for the suspense, I also have Irene Hannon. This is a triple threat novel. I believe this is the first one in that series as well. This is Labyrinth of Lies. Oh no, this is the second one in the series. And this one is romantic suspense as well by Revell, Christian romantic suspense. I have read many of Irene's as well. Irene also writes contemporary romance without the suspense, and I've loved those books also. Also, still keeping with suspense, I have Dani Petrie, another romantic suspense author that I love. This is book 3 in the Coastal Guardian series called The Deadly Shallows. This is Christian romantic suspense. This finishes out my series. I've got the other 2 books. Now I can start reading that series. Okay. I'm going to just stick with suspense for a while, apparently. So then I had book 1 here. Here's book 2, Crossfire, Extreme Measures by Lynette Eason. Revell Publishers, Christian romantic suspense. Some of these I got because I got really good prices on them. Like I said, overall, when you average it out, I spent under $4, just under $4 for each one of these. And for trade paperbacks, that's really good. But there were some of them where I spent, I might have spent, $7, $8, but then I might have spent $2 I might have got another one on sale for $2. So, all right. Now, then I have The Sweet Life, which is a Cape Cod Creamery series by Suzanne Woods Fisher. This is romantic. This is book 1. This is just romance, contemporary romance. Suzanne Woods Fisher, I've not actually read her books yet. I have a bunch of them on my shelf. What drew me to this was its contemporary romance. It is Christian fiction. She also writes Amish fiction, if you're interested. Okay. Then I have, with the sticker on it, Twilight at Mornington Cross by Abigail Wilson. This is a Regency romance. And this is Thomas Nelson, and Thomas Nelson tends to publish Christian fiction, but they also do a lot of, my understanding is, let's just say, that they publish a little more, they're not as big into the inspirational thread through the story as, say, Revell and Bethany House are. So you might find that they're more clean romance than they are, say, Christian. So just giving you the tips. I actually have several books by Abigail Wilson on my shelf that I haven't gotten to yet. They, as far as I know, they are not part of a series. There's just standalones. Okay. Then I have A Pursuit of Home, which is book 3 in the Haven Manor series by Christy Ann Hunter. This is Christian fiction. It is from Bethany House, and it is a historical romance. And this is the 3rd book. I think I have the other 2, so that's me trying to finish a series. Okay, then I have a different series by Lynette Eason, Danger Never Sleeps. This is book 4, Hostile Intent. Christian fiction by Revell. It is romantic suspense. I believe that I think this might finish the series for me. I think I might have the other 3. Okay. And then I have Looking for Leroy by Melody Carlson. She writes usually standalone contemporary romance. This is Revell. So this is a Christian contemporary romance. Okay. And then I have also in the Christian contemporary romance, I have The Last Way Home by Liz Johnson. This is a Prince Edward Island Shores book. This is book 2 in that series. She has not done book 1 or book 3 yet. I have book 1. That's book 2. I'll wait until I get the other one. Okay. And then, oh my goodness, so many awesome books. Then I have, I take it back. I guess I didn't have every book from that series. I have book 3 from the Danger Never Sleeps series by Lynette Eason, Active Defense. Christian romantic suspense through Revell. And then I have The London Restoration, which is by Rachel Macmillan. This one is a historical romance. Yeah, this is a Thomas Nelson historical romance. Okay. Wow. And then, just looking too at fun stuff, here's Christmas in Homestead by CRATEJOY. This is the novel based on the Hallmark Channel original movie, which was, if I remember correctly, he's an innkeeper and she's a actress. Yeah, she's an actress. She uses his inn. You know, it's a Hallmark movie. So I liked that I could get that one. I didn't pay too much for. I liked getting that. Okay, so then I have diving into my mysteries. I have Hitting the Books, which is a library lover's mystery from Jen McKinley. It is a hardcover, which was actually on sale. That's why I got it. Library Lovers Mysteries. Yeah, this one's further into it because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is like the 9th book. I believe actually I might have one of hers already on my shelves. And then I picked up another one, which also this is a hardcover because the hardcover was cheaper. And I loved the cover. I loved that it was cats. Clause for Concern, A Cat in the Stacks mystery by Miranda James. So this is full on big hardcover versus the mass market. And you can see here we got The Cat in the Stacks. There's quite a lot of them too. That one I picked up because it was a really good deal. So that's part of the order. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 18 books. 18 books. And I got 23. So there's a few more to go. All right. So let me kind of move things around a little bit. I'll just go ahead and open the box up. The other box. I'll kind of show you here. Well, I don't want to... the box is a little bit thinner. Forgive me for a second because I am going to be loud opening it. Don't worry, I'm not hurting anything. I'm just opening the box. You can look at all those lovely covers. Oh, goodness. Ooh. All right. And I'm going to pull them out so I can actually... Wow. Okay, yeah, so it's just a few more. The box probably was bigger than it needed to be, but they couldn't fit anymore in with this. So, all right. So then I had Dandelion Dead. This is a mass market. It is by Chrisley Fiedler, and it is from the series A Natural Remedies Mystery. It is a cozy mystery. Okay. And then, whoops, moving things around, sorry. And then I have Murder in the First Edition by Lauren Elliott, which is a Beyond the Page bookstore mystery, A Dickens of a Crime. I think I might actually have one of her other books from that series on my shelf. Okay, and then picking up more Hallmark ones. This is Love by Chance by Casey Cross, and this is a novella or a novel based on the Hallmark movie. This was a pastry chef, and a pediatrician. Okay, two more. So then I have The Element of Love, which is by Mary Keneally, and this is the book one in the Lumber Baron's Daughters. Mary writes historical romance, and it's inspirational, so Christian fiction, from Bethany House. And she does a lot of cowboy ones, so Western times. And then the last one I have is this one, When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. This is actually the first in the Timeless series, book one. This is Bethany House. It is a Christian fiction. It is historical fiction, but this has a twist. This one, I'm going to call this historical romance with a fantasy thread. And the reason that I say that is because this is a time travel one. You don't see that very often in Christian fiction. We get a lot of dual timelines where you've got you've got one person in one timeline and one in the other, and you're learning about both of them and you're having the romance and stuff. But this one, she travels. This character travels she basically lives each day in a different time frame. So like it's 2 different years. One is, I believe this one is, she's Revolutionary War. 1774 Colonial Williamsburg, and then 1914 Gilded Age New York City. She spends each day in those 2 places. She bounces back and forth. That's the fantasy part of it. I have to say, I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it because, fantasy in Christian fiction is, there are Christian fiction fantasies, but they're like more heavy fantasy. This one's like lighter on it. It's just that you're talking time travel. It kind of has to be, right? But anyway, I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it. Now, I've already read this one. I read this one when I was participating in a blog tour for the release of it, and it is awesome. It is awesome. I loved it so much, I had to get a physical copy of it because I had read it on my Kindle for the tour. I had to get a physical copy of it. She has her second book in the series coming out in, I want to say March of 2023. Highly recommend these. If you like historical romance, it's a wonderful romance. It's great history from both timelines. It's really good that way too. But having that touch of the fantasy in it, which is so unusual, it was so well done. You can read my review on my website. Go to LorraineNunley.com and look at my reviews. There's a review out there. I rave about it. I loved it. So I had to get that one. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can get that one for less of a price. How exciting. So that is everything that I got in my December 2022 bookoutlook.com book haul. So if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my unboxings. And as always, I love your comments. What did you think of the selections? Were there any that you were like, I need to try that? or some that you've read. Have you read any of these authors? Are there favorites that you had in there? Or if you just want to say hi, that's okay too. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. And that is going to be it for today's video. Oh, I just want to say, what did I think of this? Just telling you, I highly recommend Book Outlet. This one was great. I got, occasionally they'll pack it so that where there's some damage to the books. It's not very much damage, and it hasn't happened every time, and this time was actually really good. I got no damage in any of the books. They're new books. They are inexpensive prices. Highly recommend them. This, by the way, this one took me 17 days to get to me from the time I ordered it. All right, so I think I've given you all the information. That is going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome as always. Have a great day.